Samsung's most radical, most ambitious product ever was supposed to be coming later this year. And then it was canceled. And now it's that way, not canceled, uncanceled. What?
Want daily tech news in a way that doesn't suck?
Of course you do.
Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Front Page Tech, of course, show that gives you all latest tech news from one geek, that is me, to another, that is you. Happy Tuesday. Yeah, I know, we skipped yesterday. It was Monday, Labor Day, and if the banks are closed, the journey is closed. That's what I always say. Also, I didn't wake up till later. It's a whole, fuck you. I don't need to explain. News. All right, so first up for the day's story, numero uno, we got to do our weekly segment, it seems, of, hey, Ash Universe is a total idiot. And here's why. So we've actually been following this story for a while now, been keeping track of it, been keeping track of Ice Universe, and it just seems like he doesn't know what's going on anymore. Like, this guy is becoming as reliable as, like, my grandpa is in the nursing home trying to remember if he took his medication today. By the way, my grandpa's dead. Been dead for a long time. Whole family's dead, really, if that tells you anything. So a few months ago, Ice Universe put out a series of tweets. He has deleted most of those tweets now, but don't worry, we have screenshots. We've had screenshots for the whole time. You're welcome, everybody else. All right, the first tweet says, believe me, the most creative Samsung smartphone in the second half of 2019 is not the Fold or the Note 10. You just have to wait. Don't ask me more. Turns out, because he couldn't answer none of your questions, he didn't know shit. Then, like a week or two later, he tweeted, don't wait for it anymore. This radical project has been canceled. This is the worst news today. Perhaps Samsung believes that most markets do not have the pressure from Huawei, so there is no need for innovation, which can save costs, which is sad, you know, because the whole Huawei ban thing, you remember. He then went on to say, the canceled mystery phone has a 110% screen-to-body ratio. He made this thing sound like it was nuts. Based off of his tweets, this is what you would expect to see. This is what we thought we were getting, but it was canceled. The Samsung's mysterious radical product was canceled. So then on this show, we started to question Ice Universe's reliability. That's like one of the first times I really started to question him. It just seemed like he just said a thing that totally was not true, and then he was like, oh yeah, never mind, it's canceled. And then he deleted all the tweets. Luckily, we still have the screenshots. And then a couple days ago, he tweeted this. He now says, not canceled. Says it will be released in September. Quad HD Dynamic AMOLED Plus Waterfall Screen. Snapdragon 855 Plus. 64 megapixels. I think he's trying to say Snapdragon 855, and I don't think that he does. I don't think he means Snapdragon 855 Plus processor. Actually, I don't fucking know anymore. And according to him, it will be very cheap. So basically, to cover his ass, basically any Samsung phone released in September, we're good. That's what he's talking about. And I love how we went from radical and ambitious, like crazy 110% screen to body ratio display, more ambitious than the Fold and the Note 10, to this. If we're just talking about a waterfall, we're basically looking at another Note 10. Is that what we're talking about here? So once again, he tweeted a thing that he found out he heard from a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy. He tweeted it to try to cover his ass, but it's still actually not the same thing he was talking about at all, because we have the proof. We saved all the screenshots of his tweets that he deleted. And honestly, like, what are we supposed to do with him at this point? Because he's a fucking mess. Hey, speaking of Samsung, and messy. So we already heard that the Galaxy Fold was finally going to launch in September. And even though we didn't have an exact date, Samsung has begun to open up pre-registrations again on their website. And even though T-Mobile went on record and said that they are not going to carry the Galaxy Fold anymore, Samsung's website says otherwise, showing both AT&T and T-Mobile models. And we're just going to assume that's a mistake on Samsung's part, because I doubt T-Mobile was going to carry this thing anymore. So there you go. Just as I said, Samsung is going to try to make this as quiet as possible, release this as quietly as possible. Ain't nobody going to buy this thing, but it's not dead like everyone assumed. They are going to release it. They just need to be very, very sneaky. I would suggest Apple. Right during the Apple event, or when iPhones are going out, just be like, whoop. Also that. All that matters is for the history books, Samsung can say, yes, eventually we released it. Hey, buddy old pal, got a question for you. Do you like podcasts? Because ours, Recycle Bin, is back. We're doing this audio only for now. You can get it on all your favorite podcast platforms like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pocket Casts, all the good ones. Hey, here's a 1-minute preview of this week's episode.
Because of the YouTube kids stuff going on right now, where little kids in videos is supposed to be wholesome and fun and family oriented, freaking pedophiles, like they always do, come around and ruin it. And
Those goddamn pedophiles.
there they are again. And they freaking came in and they started.
You know, I got to be honest, John.
Go ahead.
Really didn't anticipate that pedophiles would impact my life so heavily at 25.
That's what But here we are.
I really didn't think that'd be such a problem. Hey.
Oh my God!
You're-
Is this real life?
You're in
What
throwing
is
now?
this?
Okay.
Yeah, this is. We're keeping this.
All right,
we're gonna keep
just
this
right
in.
into it. Sure.
Yeah, everybody,
Okay.
welcome to Recycle Bin. This is a thing. It's back. Hello, it's back at a time where, everyone else has a fucking podcast now.
So if you want more us, this is how you get more us. Go find the podcast on your favorite podcast app. We're going to add some interesting stuff. We're going to have viewer call-in, listener call-ins, voicemail stuff. You can be in the show. It'll be a whole fun thing. That's it. That's all I had to say about that. And that's the show. Hopefully you liked it. You learned something. If you did, hit that like button. If you hate my stupid face, hit the dislike button. That works too. If you're new here, subscribe. We'll see you guys tomorrow.